I am surrounded by a wild light that strand most of my sensor to their limit. A portion of my sensor indicated I am currently in a state similar to free fall. Can't tell up and down from left and right. This continued for a while. Eventually, my function slowly recovered. Find myself inside an unknown room, sitting with one knee up. I quickly stand and check my surrounding.
Is this the music room of a school?
I can see a music stand, a grand piano, a blackboard, and portraits. There is an air of over-exaggerated theatric to it, but I may not be far from the truth. Is the world inside the TV? After the surreality of entering TV screens, this comes as quite a surprise.
No sign of Mitsuru-san or Akihiko-san. Did they land elsewhere?
What's
so
this
much
sound?
noise. I can't contact anyone like this.
I attempt to use my communicator, but there is no response. This looks like an ordinary classroom, but it has an alarming amount of radio interference. When I concentrate my sense again, I detect a bizarre disturbance from the entire area that is unlike normal building. This may be another world after all. In any case, I must join up with Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san. But just as I begin to make plans to do so, the monitor hanging from the ceiling switch on. What appears on it is how to describe it, a bizarre figure that looks like a living costume.
I spy an unknown yet bewitching babe. How unexpected!
His hair. His comical tone does not last long before the voice becomes distorted and the image disappears. It reminds me of malfunctioned machine. I stare at the monitor. I have a hunch that it will return soon. Just as I talk, the costume reappears, but its behavior is very different now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
The mechanical sounding voice is completely different from the joking tone it had before. And the priest, elimination process. It seems that a battle will be starting. I'll release the safeties from the weapon built into my body. That's when a loud noise came from behind me. A young man in school uniform comes rolling in with a yell.
A human?
Ow! Jeez, they decided to open right then. This makes no damn sense.
I thought it was ready for any eventually, but I had not expected to suddenly encounter a human.
Are you alright? You seem to be unharmed.
The young man looks back at me, still engaged, while fixing his bleached hair with his finger. His behavior does not seem to be that of one who came in pursuit of me.
What? Never seen you before.
I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Aigis.
Only then do I remember that my appearance would seem very peculiar to a castle observer.
I'm a transfer student. I have blue eyes, blonde hair,
Mechanical body.
Gatling cannon.
Huh?
I'm sorry, forget what I said. In the past, that prepared explanation for students has been effective, but no longer.
Okay. Anyways, I'm Kanji Tatsumi. This mean you're my next opponent?
Opponent? What do you mean?
What do I mean? I'm talking about a scrap!
You mean a fight? But we have only met Tatsumi-san. Actually, where are we?
Enough blabbering, you machine!
With a yell, he slammed the folding chair in his hand on the ground. A cold, dull, metallic sound echoed and eliminated any possibility for talking this over.
It's a fake girl like you doing calling me by my name!
I go quiet. A fake girl? I understand how I might elicit such a reaction, but there is pain in my chest. So I cannot help but smile at how instinctively I react that way. It seems I have become more human-like than I knew.
I was worried I might have to go up against my senpai, but I ain't gonna hold back against a robot like you.
Thinking with a calm mind, I noticed a small incongruity in his attitude. When he first saw me, he seemed unsure and claimed that he had not seen me before. Yet, though he knows now that I am a machine, he doesn't seem particularly surprised. Aren't those two things contradictory? I focused my sense once more and enhanced the gain of my sensor. I detect a faint interference. Because it had appeared uniformly across all my sensors, I hadn't been aware of it. What is this?
If you're not gonna do anything, I'll make the first move. Take Mikazuchi!
A persona?
Light flicker intermittently. Could that be electricity? A thick, bat-like arm chart with voltage approach from above. I jumped back and narrowly escaped a crossing blow.
Nice dodge. Looks like you got at least a little bit of fight in you.
A persona user. I was careless. I shouldn't expected that possibility since I encountered him inside the TV. I do not know the procedure for attacking a human, but if he's a persona user, I must defend myself with the use of armament.
There is no avoiding this fight. I cannot fall here.
Bookmark? Yeah. I love the story, man. Aigis versus Kanji Tatsumi. Still fresh.
Final.
Kanji Tatsumi here! Please hit! Down! First! Can they be hit? Attack and hit! My other self! First! Down! Can they turn this into a victory? Down! First! Leave the enemy on fire! Go! This is turning into a carry whirlwind of hit! Reverse turret table! Please hit fire! Go! What a fierce attack! First, standing down! The opponent is still standing!
This'll hurt!
Has the battle decided itself? I failed. No! Damn it! Now please hit! Go for the down! Please hit! Down! Down! It all is over in moments. Please hit! Down! A round of applause for both sides.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this game, you know. The story, you know. I'm here for the story.
Are you alright, Tatsumi-san?
I helped Tatsumi's son off the ground and called to him. After repeating myself several times, I hear a groan.
No! Damn it! Ow! Oh, whoa! Hands off!
I'm sorry. If you can't stand, then I'll carry you.
I pick up Tatsumi's son who is lying down with both arms.
Whoa! Damn! You're a hell of a lot stronger than you look. Whoa, 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 whoa! How come you're carrying me like this? Like a bride or something?
This is the spousal method of carrying.
No, it ain't. It's the bridal. Oh, wait a sec. Are they pretty much the same thing?
Yeah.
Tatsumi-san, you seem completely fine.
That's what I've been saying. And stop with the Tatsumi-san crap. It's making my skin crawl. Just call me Kanji.
You don't object to being called that? I'm an artificial person, after all.
Huh? Who cares? If I say it's fine, then it's fine. Now, will you put me down already?
When I put Kanji-san down as requested, he turns his back and repeatedly scratches his head. I feel as his demeanor has changed compared to how it was before the fight. His loud voice and rough words are the same, but the sense that he will not listen to what I say is gone. I feel that I can make myself understood now.
Well then, Kanji-san, allow me to ask again. Where are we? And what did you mean by opponent?
Huh? You're not an enemy that Ted set up for me?
Ted. Are you referring to the bear who appeared on the monitor?
Very true.
This is a fighting tournament. Only the winners get to keep going. I lost this time. But oh well. I wouldn't make it in the big leagues.
That sounds like something Akihiko-san would say.
Huh?
Sorry, I was just talking to myself.
Gotta say, you pack one hell of a punch. Got me real good.
Punch? But I didn't throw any punches.
Listen though, the rest of this tournament ain't gonna be so easy. My senpai are waiting up ahead.
There are more people here. Could you estimate how many?
Kanji-san smiled dauntlessly and gave me a thumbs up. I don't really understand why, but I give him a thumbs up as well. Good job. Then Kanji-san kneels over. I rush in to catch him. When I look into his face, it is still smirking, but he has passed out. Seems he was fighting through his fatigue for the sake of his ride. He doesn't seem injured, so I carefully set him back down on the floor. Suddenly, the custom Kanji-san called 3D appears again on the monitor.
Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
It's using that mechanical tone of voice again. The intruder must be me and the others. Since I won't be easy to eliminate, it appears that he's changing tactics. What could he mean by valid targets? The monitor screen turned off once again. Like before, it flickered back on after a few seconds. It is the same face as before, but a completely different attitude.
Woohoo! What a fox! To join in on our fun? I'm A-okay with that if you're up for a little fighting. I'll wait for you in the next arena up ahead.
This is more how it sounded at the beginning. It's gone back to normal, or at least recovered from the abnormality.
Oh, silly me. If you're cutting in, you don't know who I am. I am General Teddy. Remember that name well.
General Teddy. Apparently he really is a teddy bear. It doesn't seem like one, but the number of things he said caught my attention. Joining in our fun and arena. These are in line with the tournament Kanji-san mentioned. This tournament being held here? But the monitor is silenced once again and does not return. I do not think I will make any progress if I remain here. I poke my head through the door where Kanji-san appeared to check my surroundings. What looked like a school hallway leads straight ahead. There appears to be no danger nearby. I managed to hoist Kanji-san's body over my shoulder and try to leave the room.
What?
But something gets stuck and prevented me from proceeding. I stop and check, but I cannot see any obstruction. Both of the sliding door fell off and Kanji-san came in and the way is completely open. It should be wide enough for me to pass through easily, even with a person over my shoulder. Yet I cannot proceed. Something is getting stuck. I slow my walking speed and check to see what part of me is getting caught. That is how I discover something surprising. Nothing is blocking the way, yet only Kanji-san's body cannot pass through the door. Seems there is an invisible wall, one that is selective and prevent only Kanji-san's passage between the room and the hallway. Something Kanji-san said come back to me. Only the winners get to keep going. Is this what he meant? I increased the sensitivity of my fairy sensor, but I cannot detect any wall here. I have no way of destroying what I cannot touch. Which means I have no choice but to leave Kanji-san here.
Oh well. I will come back for you later. Please stay safe until then.
Once he comes around, he's still a persona user. Not as I'm leaving someone behind who can fend for himself. I reluctantly convince myself to move on. Moving on. While moving down the hallway, my sensor continued to pick up disturbance from everything in the school. It all looks so normal though. There's a line of glass windows on the wall outside the field level with the ground I am walking on. I seem to be on the first floor of the building. Eventually, I reach a doorway and cautiously venture outside. There's barely any difference in temperature or atmospheric composition compared to the real world. But The lack of wind is unnatural, and there are other discrepancies between here and there. I turn around and inspect the building exterior. This is indeed a school. I walk along the wall and go around the building. Soon I reach what seemed to be the main gate. Turn toward the school building once again and come to a realization.
I recognize this place.
I have seen a photo from this angle in the preparation materials. As I recall, this is high school in Inaba. To make sure, I step past the school gate and check the nameplate. Name engraved in the gate pillar is Yasogami High School. I cross-reference the name with a map of the area and find a match. This is confusing. The real-world location has been completely recreated inside the TV? Why is it structured like nesting boxes? Just then, I sense something move in the corner of my vision. I quickly turn and view it from the front. It is a uniformed girl. She is running straight through in the opposite direction of the field. Is she a student? No, this is not a real school. Could she be one of the senpai Kanji-san spoke of? The memento highlight an important detail. Her pale skin, her hair color. There can be no mistake. It's the girl I saw for a moment at the output after the hijacking. I immediately chase after her, but the girl is much faster than I anticipate and it cannot close the distance. I release a portion of my foot speed limiters and finally get close. Until I am able to grab her right arm from behind.
Huh?
The girl stops and turns around. There is surprise on her face, but she stares in wide-eyed wonder at my form. Though I am surprised myself. That instant I take her hand, a flash of intuition charged through me like electricity. This girl is Labrys. I am unaccountably convinced.
Who are you? That's one funny-looking costume you've got on. Oh, well, Oh, of course. You're all mixed up in this racket too, aren't you?
Racket? Does it mean the tournament?
No, I am not in this tournament of my own free will. Really? Then you mind letting me go? I'm the student council president. I can't be letting people run wild at this school. Student council president? Didn't I tell you to let me go? Are you trying to get in the way of my work here?
Nice accent. The girl looked at me with an irritated expression. How strange. She speaks as if she really is leading an ordinary life here at school. If she was aware that she was inside the TV, would she say such things to me?
If you happen to know, could you please tell me what sort of place this is? Huh? It's the first floor of the classroom building. Can't you tell? Huh? Is it possible that you don't recall entering a TV? A TV? Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. Can I go now? Before you do, please tell me something. Who are you? Who? What'd you stop me for if you didn't even know? I just told you. I'm the student council president. What hole have you been hiding in? The elections were just last week. Are we done now? Because I got places to be.
The girls end the conversation sternly, shake off my hands and runs away again. In an instant, she has disappeared into the school building.
Please, wait!
I go after her, but just as I enter the hallway and round the first bend, something blocks my path. But I can't see what it is at all. Can't see it. Yet, when I reach out my hand, I can't feel it. I think I knew what this is.
That wall again!
The invisible wall that prevents Kanji-san passage is most likely the same thing. Once again, I am surprised. I can't touch it, yet my sensor detects nothing. And it's much stronger than I had imagined. It repels even gunfire, let alone physical strike with. I attempt twice matter to destroy it, but before I can, the girl disappeared from view.
It seems I am forced to try a different route.
I considered the situation once more. Was that girl truly Labrys? There are two manufacturers now indicating otherwise. Her appearance and the fate of her arms when I grabbed it a moment ago. Both are strong signs that she is human. If she is entirely artificial, then she could not be part of an older generation of mortal than myself. The speaking voice and behavior were both also indicative of known human patterns. According to the record of Labrys' development, she was sealed away soon after. Even I stumbled with natural human speech. She could not have become so proficient in so short a time. It's not a machine but a human, so she cannot be Labrys. Usually I would not hesitate to make such a judgment based on the available data. Yet I still cannot shake the feeling that she may be Labrys. That intuition I felt earlier. What caused it? This case remained murky. Realize if my senses are being muffled by a thin fudge. But I cannot leave her be. Even if she is not Labrys, the fact itself means that she is in danger. Quickly look for an alternate route.